What's up everybody, Ultimate Reviews here and welcome back for another video. So I'm currently going through these moments where I've just finished watching an unveiling event and I'm left like, wow. So HTC of course included that metallic dual tone unibody design, and I have to say they've done an incredible job, and to be completely honest with you, I was sold as soon as they actually presented the design of the smartphone. It looks that beautiful and I really like what HTC have done. Obviously they know that a lot of people like their smartphones, well, the flagship HTC One M9 and the M7 from a few years back for its design. A lot of people have given credit to the HTC One series design. There's no doubt that the design is going to grab a whole lot more customers this year. With the display size and resolution, they've kept it at 5 inches at 1080p, which I think there's nothing wrong with. 5 inches is an ideal size. It's just the perfect all-round screen size, easy to use, very practical, and 1080p is a resolution we can't really complain with just yet. So within that beautiful design of the HTC One M9, they've also included Snapdragon's latest 64-bit Octa Core 810 processor with 3GB of RAM and probably the Adreno 430 GPU, and I'm really excited about all of this. I'm glad to see the 810 processor roll out to more devices. Of course, it was already featured in the LG G Flex 2, which was announced at CES, and it's now rolling out to more devices, and this just means much more intense graphics, and the processing power on smartphones has now been raised up a whole level, and it's just going to make using the smartphone overall a much more pleasant experience. Now moving over to the camera, where HTC have also done an incredible job. So this time they've included a 20 megapixel sensor. Now smartphone manufacturers, as you guys may have noticed, they care more about the actual pixel size rather than just the overall megapixel. So 20 megapixels, 30 megapixels, but it really doesn't make a difference on how well that sensor is able to take in light. And I think with smartphones, that is the most important factor. A lot of the time people take smartphones in the dark, at night when they try to take selfies, it just doesn't look as good. So what they've done is they've increased the pixel size, which means much more light can be collected within the sensor and making low lighting photos look much more pleasant to look at. You can actually see faces now, and that's what they also really kind of boasted at the unveiling show. And they've also included Sapphire Glass at the back of the camera sensor, which means you're not going to get those hideous scratches at the back of the camera, which can be quite annoying. And another cool feature they included was the new gallery, which actually collects all photos from Facebook, Google Drive, you name it, anywhere, any cloud storage where you may have saved photos and you're not too sure if it's there, would all be saved in your gallery. And this just saves a whole lot of time, rather than you just looking through Facebook to find a photo or looking through your Google Drive to find a photo. It would all be saved in your gallery, and this just makes the the whole pleasure of using your camera much more pleasurable. So taking a look at the front of the HTC One M9, they've also improved many aspects in that region as well. Starting with the front-facing camera, as you guys know already, features the ultra pixel lens. However, they've also improved it in a way by including a larger sensor. So this is very obvious, meaning that we're going to have much more light coming into photos, which makes low lighting photos look a whole lot better. Which brings us to the very popular Boom Sound audio. Now HTC have collaborated with Dolby Audio this time to bring completely immersive 5.1 surround sound, which is incredible. That's way better than the competition that's currently out in the market. I think the presentation they showed was a little far-fetched. It was like a guy sitting down watching a movie and there was like rockets going past his ears and the sound was completely circulating him. I don't think it would be similar to that, but it's definitely going to be really good. 5.1 surround sound is incredible to have packed into a smartphone, and it's definitely going to be a whole lot better than the competition that's currently out in the market. And they've also bumped up the battery life up to 2840 milliamps, and with the Snapdragon 810 processor, this should be able to last a full day. Of course, with the 810 processor being a whole lot more efficient, especially with the battery life, and it's able to minimize the power needed from the battery. It's also available in gunmetal grey, pink, gold and silver, and those are some pretty nice looking colors, and it should be available mid-March. So yeah, I guess everyone who is interested in the HTC One M9 better start making some pre-orders, because I'm sure these are going to sell out pretty quick. And before I wrap up this video, I also want to mention that they also unveiled the HTC Vive VR headset, which looks absolutely incredible. I will not say any more. I will put the link in the description if you'd like to do a little more looking around yourself. And I will catch you all in the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Peace.